Well, the hour being 5 o'clock, I'll call the meeting to order. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Public comment for agenda items. But I think everybody's here tonight, so you'll have your time on the agenda. So first one's here is this is our budget workshop meeting. And the first one's here is Sparta Fire Department, Dan Olding.
Good evening. You guys should have the information in your packet that was provided to you by the members of your board that sit on my on the Fire Authority board now. There are no changes in anything that we're proposing for operating budget for next year. Your contribution will stay the same at the $276,665. This budget was approved by my board back in November. And then it's been in front of the village council meeting in December, and now it's here for you guys for approval. So, any questions on any of the items in here? I mean, it's pretty much been the same for the last couple of years, pretty straightforward.
You might want to let them know on where Township Authority in the village, how that's affecting.
But yeah, as we move forward with us being an authority now, the millage as it comes up for renewal this year, those funds come directly then to the authority for us instead of to the township side of things. Those funds get put that way because we, again, like I said, are our own kind of our own separate little entity, sub-entity, I guess you could say at this point. So the board, my authority board, has been working with the attorney to get the language finalized so that we can get it to you for that to go on the August primary ballot, thank you. So. And as a side note, some not necessarily directly related to this, but our station project is out for bid currently, and the bids are due back March 11th. So
March 11th. Is that an updated bid, Dan, or is that similar to the previous?
We don't know yet. We don't know where those bids are going to come in.
No, I mean like what you bid out. Was that similar to what?
It's what we've had in the past. It's the drawings. Ironically, the drawings have been there for 3 years, and we're finally just now being able to get it out to bid. But yesterday we had an open house and probably had probably close to 50 different contractors, subcontractors, and walking through the building, getting sight on it to know. But yeah, bids, like I said, the bids are due back to our architect on the 11th, and we should have some type of answer then by the end of the week where our bids are coming in. So
This was very well done.
thank you.
I have to say, I was impressed. I was like, there was a lot of work that went into that.
Yeah, there is.
I had no idea how many calls you guys went on.
Yep.
And the type of calls and everything. I mean, that's something I think, just the list of calls, you ought to put that in the Sparta Today.
Liz ran a article in January in the Sparta Today. Didn't go as in detailed as that because I didn't have time to get it ready for her for that point. But that's going to be on our Facebook page and on our web page probably here in the next week or so.
Yeah, that was impressive. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. Thank you.
And the other part is not going to be a renewal millage, it's got to be a new millage because we're a fire authority.
Mm-hmm.
We just got to make sure that we stress it's the same
Does that have to be voted in?
Yes.
It does.
Same way as a renewal, it hadn't been voted in. The renewal disappears and
Like
now
you
it's
said,
new.
it'll.
Because it's not coming to the township side of things, it comes to the authority side of the entity. It is a new millage.
We'll have to stress that it's.
That's it. We're actually.
I think we should word it. We're moving it from the township to the fire authority.
It's the same amount.
It's the same.
It was 2/4 mills that are gonna get rolled into 1/2 mill.
Yeah.
So it is the same amount, there's no change in that, there's not it's just where the direction
Yeah.
is going for
I
us
guess
in
I
the
don't
future.
think though that we've had issues in the past, people have been pretty supportive, so it's.
Yes, the last millage was 6 years ago, I think we had almost a 78 or 80% pass rate for it.
On the
so-
renewal.
On the renewal, so.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but again, we're gonna, once we get the language from the attorney, we're gonna really start working on pushing it out, with the emphasis that it is the same thing. Yes, it is a new millage, but it is the exact same as what it was previously, it's just been changed because of the authority. And I have been working with Liz in the Sparta today, she's got a couple articles coming out that we already have put together, explaining the transition to the authority and where the millage will be, and then the next one, which comes out, I think in July, which is right before the primary, really emphasizes again the millage funds aspect of it for the fire department, so.
I think the citizens need to know though that the building you're proposing, talk about the grant and all that information.
We've got about 6 guys going about this different directions, working on projects right now, so.
So I do have a question about the fire board then. If it would become a city, would there be people from the city and then people from the township?
Part of the packet that was there for the fire authority in the agreement that's signed has all those provisions in place. So that if it becomes a city, what those members would, it's gonna still be the 2 appointed and 1 at large for the city, no different than we are here. It also changes the funding approach because obviously there will be a change in the dynamics of the funding, and that is all in that package is to how that would transition over, so.
Cause I did read on your.
It's not in that because really kind of the authority didn't really take place until after the first of the year, that kind of wrapped up the end of. It was just kind of, yes, we've moved into it, but we are really gonna start pushing that stuff out here now that we're into.
Yeah, cause I did notice that the number of calls in the village versus the township were higher calls in the village than they were in the township.
Yeah,
Kind of.
and it's funny, you look at the number, yeah, the numbers are there, yes, they do, and we can go back over the last couple of years and we've seen this ebb and flow, flip back and forth, it all just,
Sure.
it varies. I mean, we have patients that have passed on or moved on that were in the township that were frequent, that no longer are there, and we have a couple of retirement facilities here within the village that we respond to maybe on a little more frequent aspect, but yeah, it's a matter of about 10 or 12 calls difference when you start looking at it. I was really kind of surprised when we started looking at how many times we went out of our area to assist other agencies.
I noticed that too.
And we don't think of it that much, but a lot of that is for water supply for our tanker that runs out that way, because you go into Kent City, they don't have hydrants, so anytime they get a structure fire, we're an auto aid response to them all the way up to 19 miles, so.
And this may be a dumb question, but is there any compensation when we go
No.
aid? Okay.
Not when we've signed an agreement countywide with all the fire departments in Kent County. If it is a mutual aid agreement within the county or an auto aid agreement within the county, and we've extended that even into Chester Township and Wright Talmadge Township and Cazenovia, that we don't go after cost recovery for that.
Okay.
The only thing that we will go after cost recovery on is a large scale incident fire, a suspicious arson fire, where we will not charge that fire department, but we will go after the insurance company. We'll submit a claim to the insurance company for a cost recovery. We have rates on each one of our trucks that are based on the FEMA schedule that we use for, FEMA basically sets the rates if we were to go on a statewide devastation, what we could charge for recovery on our personnel. So we do the same thing with our with our apparatus to our neighbors. But I think we've done that twice now at this point, where we've had large scale fires. One was a facility in Grant. It was relatively new. I think it was an apple packing cider facility up there, that our crews were up there for about 8.5, 9 hours. That we didn't go after the fire department because, trust me, they call us because they can't afford some of the equipment that we have, obviously. But at that same time, we put it in the insurance company and sometimes we'll get a reimbursement from the insurance as part of that cost.
Good to know.
And the other time we did it was Dan's Excavating and Grant that was there. And that was just because it was 3 buildings across the scheme of, it was 1 building, but 3 different businesses, and we had some moderate damage just because of the temperatures and the winds we were dealing with that day. Nothing that put any of the equipment out of service, but it helped replace some of that we had damaged, so.
Good.
So,
Thank you for clarifying that.
Thanks a lot, Dan.
yep,
And next on our agenda is the Sparta Library request.
Hello,
Hi, Mary Jo.
you should all have the papers that I sent. Some of the library is just kind of booming. We do the things like reach out to schools and be involved in kindergarten roundup and things like that, but one of the things that have taken off is the chess club, and we have all ages, and they are just booming, and we're gonna have a chess tournament in May. So,
Nice.
yeah, people wanted it, and we added a puzzle exchange area, people are coming in every day. They bring a puzzle, they take a puzzle, sometimes they just knock puzzles off, sometimes they just take them, so it's really kind of fun. And we've added 2 book clubs for adults, they're all ladies, I think, one on Tuesdays and one on Saturdays. We have a junior book club, about 15 kids come in and talk about a book, and then they have a craft and a snack, it's just like an after-school type club. And we started a quilting club for ladies, and we have about 8 ladies that come in, and we're trying to see how we can finagle the room to make more room for a couple more. So those are just some of the new things that we've done this year, kind of enhanced what we were doing. So we are asking for $10,000 increase. What Tom has, and if you have questions about this, he understands numbers a little more than I do, a lot more, I'll just say. But because of Michigan raising the minimum wage, we have to raise our wages and keep up with and all of that. So did we say it's about 24.2 that's raised to?
The increase in wages is about 24,000,
Yeah,
or I guess about 26,000 if you include payroll taxes. And about 15,000 of that is just pure raises, which a lot of that comes probably out at 15, probably 12 grand or so. It's just directly driven by the increase in Michigan minimum wage from $13.75 is gonna be 15 in January next year, and
Yeah.
since our fiscal year hits that, so.
so we had to plan ahead. So very little things for the library, we're trying to keep up with the utilities and the cost of books and things like that. We didn't make a lot of changes there. One thing this is doing is getting our seasoned employees kind of up where they should be. So, our youth librarian will be hopefully making $20 an hour. This year she'll been here 18 years. So that's kind of sad. But we're there, we're getting there. So I said at the end of my letter that we're getting closer to paying people like the other class 3 libraries in the area, in our Lakeland co-op. Any questions?
I have a couple, I mean, I think the biggest thing I noticed that you said your raises, I think that amounts to over 12% raise in the budget. That seems like a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, I'm not against paying the people. It's the idea that we need to control our expenditures for our operation. I don't know where else you can find it, but I'm sure you're aware the township is restricted in their allocations. We got pending lawsuits, we've got cityhood coming, we don't know what else is gonna happen,
Right.
and to give additional money, I
Well-
struggle with it, especially, I think at this time you need to start planning ahead if you think it's gonna be a city. The way it's set up now, your drastically funding is gonna be totally reduced and I don't know what you're gonna do.
Right, well, I've been looking into that, like I told you the other day
Yeah, I
when you
know.
stopped by. And if you look at the proposal, oh, maybe you don't have it, we're gonna put in, yeah, you have it. We didn't ask for the whole thing. So we're going up 24,000, we only are asking for a 10 increase. We're gonna put almost 8 in out of our fund balance. So, we didn't think it was fair that, you know, you guys take the
But one-
brunt of it.
Yeah, and our state aid got cut by 6%, so.
Yeah. Yeah,
One thing I did mention is a funky little thing in the library payroll for next year. They pay every other week. We happen to hit 27 payrolls next year,
Mhm.
which is kind of a non-recurring thing.
Yep.
So that's there's about an $8,000, so $8,000 of that increase is just kind of a weird little thing. So if you wanna do more of an apples to apples comparison, you could take the $8,000 out, so.
No,
But it's still,
I
the
understand.
price is still there, yeah.
Right, I understand paying people what they're worth. It's the idea that 65% of your budget is salary.
I think that's Michigan driven. There's nothing we can
Michigan
do
Well,
with the,
they drive the number of, it doesn't drive the number of people you have. It doesn't drive the number of hours they work. It doesn't drive the number of days you're open.
right,
None of those. It might drive the salaries.
Yep.
But if you only have so much money, you have to, less hours, less people.
and we're looking into all of that.
I know the wages you're paying minimum wage now,
Yeah,
and that's no,
and it's hard to get workers
oh yeah.
when they,
sure.
you know, they hopefully are treated better than McDonald's and Burger King, but it's hard to get people in there when you're paying a minimum wage, so.
And the
Yeah.
fact that the numbers prove that the library is an asset to not only our community, but surrounding communities.
Yeah,
You know, the demand is there, not just for our community, but other communities are coming in there.
yeah,
And the homeschooling that is utilizing it, and
Yeah.
those who don't have internet or have poor internet are coming in
Yeah.
and using it.
And that's
So we
where
are
the
serving,
atrium-
we are getting a service that is
Yes.
drastically needed.
yes.
So I
And all the
don't see,
libraries in Lakeland are giving that service.
yeah, you
It's
don't
not just
want
us.
to cut out a service
Right,
that is drastically needed and a plus where the village isn't willing to support it. We certainly need to be the reasoning voice in all this, and we don't know if they're going to be a city. That hasn't been determined, and they keep saying it's 2 years out, it's 2 years out.
Right.
So I'm not gonna worry about 2 years out, we need to worry about right now.
Is your 10,000 because the mostly going towards wages, is that that you're asking for?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know in next
We have-
January it goes up to 15.
yes, and that's before the next budget
And that's back,
year.
whatever business has gone through the last 3 years, 4 years or something, has seen their costs ratchet up from, what was it, 10-ish? 3, 4 years ago? Now at 15, now 15 is basically, you're gonna see the pace of increase slow. After that, it goes on more of a cost of living increase, so it's not gonna go up another $1.25 in 2028, it'll reach that $15 level, then it's normalized, maybe it goes up to, 15.25 or something, so.
Right. Also, our liability insurance went up,
Yeah.
about 22.5, so.
Yeah, when I went through your numbers and I did all the pluses and the minuses and the difference between the approved budget and the proposed budget, I came up with a difference of, I know some of these numbers might fluctuate a little bit, but of 27.6, and I took the 23.8 difference on the wages for the proposed and the current, and when you subtract the two, it's only a difference, $3,800 is going towards everything else, where 23.8 is going towards the budget, or the wages, which is being mandated by the state. So, I don't feel like you're out of line at all.
Well, but forced to ask
Yeah.
that portion, however,
Right.
Bill is correct, when you you know, you could, I don't wanna say reduce hours to save labor if you had to do that. I mean, that's, you know, we're in a different ballgame than we've ever been here, and
This is the most staff we've had in probably 5 years.
yeah,
When I got there before, I've been there almost 5 years, and we have 11, and everybody's part-time there. When I got there, we were working with 7 or 6. And so when somebody's sick, somebody else has to come in, and I try not to be me because I'm higher than they are, and why would you do that? So when people can't come in, then I do it, you know. So we are trying to be very responsible financially and fiscally, I should say. And the help is great, but when you're supposed to be working 33 hours a week and you don't hit it hardly ever, you know, we're doing what we can. And it's nice to have the extra, but I get it. You know, if I have to let people go, that's certainly an option. I'd rather not, but, yeah, it takes a lot of people to run the library effectively, without burnout.
Any more questions for Mary Jo? Well, thanks a lot, Mary
All
Jo.
right, thank you.
The next item is the Historical Commission, Doug Pinckney.
Hey there,
Mary Jo.
I told Dale I didn't get any paperwork. We didn't do much last year. We helped Susie Blackhall with her. We helped with the notables. I made some picture frames with lumber donated by Dale Bergman for the notables. And some other picture frames that were bad. We replaced them. We're gonna do more of that this year. We're not asking for any more money. We're gonna have, this year, we're gonna have to build shelves, and we're gonna have to buy tables for the new museum. And we're gonna have to spend some money there. We got some money donated last year from the family that passed away. We got quite a bit of money, and people have passed money to us since then. But I think if we could get the amount we got last year, which is 20,000, that's gonna go a long way. We gotta do a little more work on the back end of where our military museum is. We gotta replace more flooring. We took out the kitchen and the bathroom, and that's gonna be more military museum. And then there's gonna be a door in the wall to the west of that, and that gets us right into the part that was a preschool and whatever that was. That's where our other museums are gonna be. The church is gonna be done and out of there this weekend, so we'll be able to start on it. I don't have any idea how much money we're gonna spend on it, the museum. We don't have any labor, so we won't have any cost other than material.
You are losing your tenant then? The church?
Yeah. They offered them the east building of the big room. For all time, and then they could have the big room Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, or whatever they did with it, clean it up Thursday so it was rentable Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They said that wasn't acceptable, it wouldn't be big enough, so they're going someplace. I don't know where they're going. They're telling everybody we're kicking them out. We didn't kick them out. We offered them the east room for their offices and the big room to do whatever they do, and then that wasn't acceptable to them. Right now, they've got it rented for 40 different parties so far this coming year. The big room, that's gonna still be a party room. We'll have the part where the military museum is, and we'll have all that other part that was the school. We pay $100 a month for the military museum, and we'll probably pay $200 for that other one. And other than that, they just we'll have expenses for gas and electricity. You got to, they figure they spend.
What will we do with the east side of the building then, once they move out?
East side of the building is gonna be a party, gonna be rentable.
Oh, okay.
How about the west where the office was?
That's
That's where our museums are gonna be. We're planning another, like a homeowner, what they used in their houses and all the little hand tools the farmers have donated.
Yep.
That's gonna be in there. So we'll fill that space up.
And the existing is gonna stay the same?
The big room's the same, the
No, I meant
stage
the
is
old,
there.
where you are currently or were currently. That
The
building.
research center.
The research center, that's gonna be storage, and that's gonna be our research center. There won't be room after we get our museums, there won't be room back there to do what we do in the research center. That's already paid for. I was paid for with donated money, so.
Yep.
I don't know what you pay for, I'm sure you have insurance on that, don't you?
Yep,
You have insurance on our military museum?
yep.
Okay, so there'll be a cost for military museum, for the new museum. We got a little bit of that donated money left to put with the 20,000. I think that'll do it. That's what we're asking for. Any questions?
Do you have to be a resident of the township to rent the building?
That's being debated right now.
Okay.
But I think that's been kicked around, and I think they're working towards that.
I think it's a wise move.
The benefactors are about to come forward. Mostly everybody that's around knows who they are anyway, but they're about ready to come forward. Yeah. I asked Jim and Janet to be the parade, whatever it's called.
Grand Marshal.
Yeah, and they're gonna give me an answer tomorrow, they said, so. Other than that, we're just mumbling through, and we're getting quite a few people for our coffee, Monday coffee. This past week, I think we had like 20. Some weeks we get 25, they come in there. There was a woman come in and said, I bought 3 books. Have you been here for coffee? Well, no. Why not? Well, I don't know. I said, well, come for coffee and get your books. I said, how long you lived in Sparta? She said, all my life, and I'm only 70. She never been to it, so.
I haven't been to coffee either.
Well, we got hot chocolate and tea.
And beer.
We have donuts. We can't have.
At 9 o'clock in the
morning.
Bring your own.
We can't even have beer in our refrigerators. So. Any more? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Doug.
Thank you, Doug. Well, the next item on our agenda gives the board members the news about our elevator. And it needs packing and jack packing. I heard that Rob almost got stuck in there.
Almost called Dan.
So
We
that
told them
was,
not to use it.
that was kind of interesting.
There was an out of order sign.
I might have dared him to use it though.
You don't know how common that is.
Anyway.
Not so much around here, but when I worked my other job,
I'm
we
sure.
would be at Blodgett Hospital probably 2 to 3 times a week, getting them out of the elevator. So
Oh.
Really?
Did they have out of order signs on them and they used them anyway?
some of them did.
That's good.
Oh dear.
So the title,
Like wet
total,
paint, don't touch?
The total price to perform the work is $5,128.42 plus taxes.
So obviously it leaked a lot of oil back there.
I think a lot of it's in that pit probably.
Well, in the container.
Does that make sense?
Is that what happened?
I wrote it up.
Did it run out of oil?
Yeah, I think so, cause I had to bounce a little bit, and it sounded like it was, so it must have been sputtering out of oil, starving for oil to make it up. That makes sense to me.
Probably just be cheaper to buy more oil.
Recirculate.
Right, just keep
It's not like my old tractor.
Put black powder in
I mean, if the bottom gets full enough, it'll just kind of.
that's how you stop.
That's a Wile E. Coyote trick,
That's how you
you know,
stop
put the Roadrunner at the bottom, lighting the fuse.
$5,000 seals, so that's basically what was there.
Mm-hmm. Hydraulic seals.
Right.
Paid a lot for some seals, but not that much for a seal.
Courtney might be able to come over here and fix the lot.
Which is one that did one in the thousands before. I saw Courtney yesterday. Let me see, yeah. I don't know how I built a deal.
I don't think she's qualified to do well.
I don't think so either. We'd have to look the other
We'd have to
way.
take the cylinder out and
And
give
then
it to
just
her.
say, I don't know, it seems to not be leaking anymore.
It's either that or put out of order on it.
Pardon me?
It's either that or put out of order on it.
Well, it looks like to me.
If we put out an order on it, y'all are coming to help
Ooh.
carry the election equipment upstairs. I ain't doing that by myself.
So what do you need, Dale?
Motion to approve this quote,
I'll make a motion to approve the quote to fix the elevator.
been moved by Barb, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Jason, any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those signify by saying nay. Pass unanimously. Thank you. Now, the budget, that you're seeing tonight is something that I proposed in my statutory duty as the township supervisor. So, it's one of the few things that supervisor has that authority to do. So, pages you got tonight are what I'm recommending. I always like to hear what the board says. My process in doing this is getting together with Marcy and Ashley on a lot of the numbers. They know better than I do. But I more or less get into probably items of more controversy, where it'd be something that I feel is really necessary, that I really want to try and sell to the board. But that's kind of where I am in the numbers that I've chosen. So why don't we just go through the pages here, and if any board members got any questions, we'll look at our revenue side of the budget first. And page number 1, is there anything that sticks out on that page that you got a question about?
There was one that I was working with Marcy with, it was a summer collection fee. Remember, it was 144 was the total.
The administrative fee?
Administrative.
That was what I was wondering about
The
too.
administrative fee is correct for a total number that Cliff supplies us. But the summer collection fee, 15,000. I would assume that was part of the 144, and I know, Marcy, you said you were gonna check with Cliff on that.
He's not back yet. He's been on vacation.
Okay, so we don't know if that's really,
No, I'll have to.
so the 15,000 could be correct, but the 144 could be 15,000 less.
I see last year was 136.
Yep.
What's that?
It was 136 of the budget, we were actually, we don't know.
We don't have it yet.
We don't have it
Yeah.
yet.
I wouldn't have any problem with that correction after we talk to Cliff.
Right.
Anything else on page number 1?
Good, thank you.
Okay, page number 2. Still part of the revenue. Any question on any of them? They were pretty straightforward.
Nope, and I think the total is 1,635,800, right?
Yep, I gave you all a sheet that looks like this,
Yep.
and it had the bottom, it has the total revenues and total expenditures, cause this This report I print out, I cannot get it to do what the screenshot does, so I gave you a picture of the screenshot.
What is the total revenue then? This is,
1,635,800.
It's the single sheet you got?
Oh, this.
It's the,
oh, this thing.
yeah.
This
It's total right here.
Okay.
And I do wanna add that our fund balance right now between, money market, our general and our Michigan class, we're at 350-ish thousand. So when you guys look through the budget, I guess to take in consideration, that's what we have.
That's what okay.
We have not obviously gotten our township operating or anything until March.
Okay.
But
So that-
as of today, that's what we're sitting on.
As of just today, but.
Yes,
We'll be
yeah.
in March, it'll go up
It will
significantly.
double that, correct.
So you would really take that figure as a
That
more of an
double?
accurate fund balance.
Yeah, we should be getting around the 350-ish.
And this,
And
on the
allocating
township operating
Oh,
knowledge on this first page, where you see the, activity, or
Right here.
activity for this
Oh,
year, the
that's-
353,000, that's actually last year's that came in, cause it didn't get deposited to our account till April. So the auditors have to do some magic to make that go away,
Okay.
so that we can put the new one in there this year.
Yeah, so it
I
looks like
called him
we
and
already
asked him
received
about it,
this,
that's
but we
what he
did
said.
not.
Okay.
He's gotta do
Move
some,
it out.
no, he said, cause every time I moved it out, it made her balance enough.
Right.
I tried, believe me.
Oh, we
I
worked
tried,
on
and
it.
I tried, and I tried.
Yeah, we
I'm the
still,
expert on that one.
we basically
This is
still
where
have
I
one
never
payment
would-
left for,
The account.
state revenue sharing,
Are we on page
Yeah,
3?
we're off on
which is
that.
about 70-some
yet.
thousand, and then another 144, so 200 and some $1,000 coming in yet by the end of the year, correct?
Yeah, there's a lot of movement come March, yes.
So you could be $700,000 fund balance.
Yes, so as of,
Mm.
right, yeah, it could be a little bit more.
That's a big consideration. Number 3, page number 3 left all the wages the same.
I got a question on that top one. Marcy?
Well, I haven't,
Which
I
page?
think on trustee's salary, I
Page
think we
7,
could lower it to
3.
like 5,500, but I have to look for sure, and I will check into it before our next meeting to make
Lower it.
sure.
You mean raise it?
No,
Lower
it,
Lower it.
Lower it to 5,500, because I think the only thing that comes off the trustee's salary is the money you make at this meeting, not the money you make at the fire department and Sarah and all the other boards, planning commission, all the other boards people are on.
Where would that money come from?
I think they all have their own line.
which I think you're right, they do.
I guess I'm confused on that. It's trustee salary and 9,500.
Right, so it's just for the township board meetings, the one month that we have these.
There is Sarah board
She's saying
meetings.
that there's other lines
And there's
for
planning
other
commission
trustees
meetings.
when they attend
I think
other
there's a
meetings.
fire one.
So
And there's a
multiple
fire
buckets
board.
that they get paid from.
Okay,
And so this could potentially be lowered
But
by
I
a
have-
couple thousand if there's other,
I have to check and see if
Items.
that's board members
I would
that come out of there too, or just our at-large citizens that come out of there.
Yeah, that just didn't make
I have
sense
to-
to me.
I have to check into it a little bit more to see, but
That could be lower.
it might be able to be lowered to
55.
like 5,500, so I will check and I'll have it for the final meeting.
I might not have too much problem with that.
Okay.
Anything else on that page?
for
Ashley.
the treasurer's, assistant salary, I wanna lower hers to 25,000. But I am also going to request that she get a raise $1 to $21 an hour, which will still keep her in the 25,000.
I have no problem with that. Next page, 4.
So basically, it's no change, right?
You get $1 raise and you're gonna go from 27,000 to 25,000.
Yeah. Page number 4. I expect some questions here.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
capital outlay, I feel we should definitely purchase the Nancy Berger property. I know how badly burial sites are needed in Greenwood Cemetery. Happens to be our most popular cemetery. She wants to see it used for the cemetery. It's not terribly priced.
I think she was just asking for assessed value, right? I mean,
Yep. So I put in roughly, I think she was asking 40, but I put 50 there for the roof, and then I figured, not for the roof, for this, for that land. And then the roof, I did have one quote at 45.
So we do need a roof,
Yes.
that's part of it.
Okay,
A full repair,
but
not
didn't,
just, or a full new one, not just a repair.
Yeah, because 15 years ago, we did just the outer layer. We didn't have to replace the insulation, but now that insulation is wet, pretty wet.
didn't they say though, you know, all they needed was a commitment for us, they didn't say we had to buy it now. They just wanted a commitment from us that we were interested in it,
I could
and,
probably call her and talk to her again, but she came in one day, it wasn't Nancy, it was the gal that handles her affairs.
Well, I'm gonna put it in the budget, so
And
Well, there's another way. I wouldn't purchase it right now for a couple reasons. One, there's only 3 people that could ever own it. One is the township for the cemetery. One is the house next door. I think his name is Joshua Thompson, and Todd Johnson is the only 3 people. Cause it's a private road owned by Todd. Nobody else can buy the lot.
well, you gotta have a easement granted someplace or else,
He owns the drive.
but there's an easement.
No, he owns the drive.
Yeah, but
Or maybe the
other
people,
people are using it.
that's correct. They,
The people that work at, used to be on the school board,
Dr.
Hurry.
Jim Kirby.
It's landlocked.
That home's there.
It's like it's landlocked.
It
Well,
is.
there must be some easement.
Well, I'm just telling you, he owns the road, and he told me, he said,
And if there's an easement there, then
it's not,
they can sell it to somebody else. I haven't done that research yet, but I will.
wait, you'll have to, because he told me nobody could buy it, because I own the road.
Well, he could own the road, but there's an easement or else people can't get to it.
There might be a personal easement to that person, but not to that lot. Anyway,
Well,
and I'm just sitting here going, why would I buy this
I'll
thing
check it out,
when there's only 3 people that could possibly have it?
because it's really important.
Calm down, Dale, just a second, it's my turn. We don't agree, so hang on. It's like it's landlocked, nobody else can buy it. Todd said he might want it, but she'll never sell it to him, so it's sitting there. It's not going anywhere. We sat here and maybe there's gonna be cityhood and the city's gonna own the the cemetery, so why would I invest another $40-some thousand and give it away now when I know maybe I could buy it in December, January, next year, 2 years from now? It's not going anywhere. I'm not gonna recommend buying it.
I agree, I think we need to wait until we find out if they become a city or not, cause I feel like it would be a waste of our money right now. And I agree that it'd be great to have more property, but it's also gonna require more money to get it ready for burials, cause it's full of trees, so.
what were we talking about with the roof? What is this?
Replace the whole roof here.
Here?
Yeah.
Here,
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, when you said that, I thought you meant a roof structure on the
No.
Berger property. I was like, what?
no,
2
Yeah,
capital items,
township
one is
hall.
the Berger property and the
Yeah.
other is the roof. And if the roof's bad, we
What
gotta fix it.
what is this? Is this shingles?
No, flat.
flat roof.
Okay.
it's like a bladder.
But you see, I'm looking at the community and the cityhood. We have always supported the community. We've always done things that are good for the people of the community. And regardless if they become a city or not, this is something that's really good for the community and it's really needed. And it's an ideal time to get it. If they become a city, Jim has said that maybe they can work something out with the cemetery. I just think that, like I say, we've contributed to the park immensely, and the library, and historical commission, and all the time we've done this to do the right thing for the community. And everybody I talk to is not really in favor of becoming a city, so I don't even know if that's gonna happen. But if we continue to do the right thing, I can never feel bad.
No, but currently with this money in here, we'll be over budget. Our expenses will be over our revenue by $60,000.
And we got a good, healthy fund balance.
No, we don't.
We do not have a good, healthy fund balance.
We got 700,000.
No,
No,
you just
we don't.
said you got 100,
You got 350.
350,
350. But you got 300, another 350 coming in evidently.
evidently.
That's the township operating in the admin.
That's
that we
going right
get
out
paid
the
at
door.
that.
That's coming in, going out the door.
It won't be there long.
I feel like we can be patient and maybe have Marcy reach out and have contact with the gal and see how urgent if it is. But I think the cityhood and the investment that purchasing it to getting it ready for the cemetery and then to turn around and become cityhood, and then that's a lot in the moment right now for this year's budget. So if they could wait, as they say they can, I think that would be.
I'll try and have Mike Lamb come in here and explain it better than I did
Maybe they would just accept a letter of intent.
at our next meeting.
If they would accept a letter of intent,
Yes.
and, give us first bid, versus just outright buying it now, I think that would satisfy them.
Well, I
And
think-
she's not dying,
Well, she said
woman's
she's-
healthy and in a nursing home.
She's not, and she said she's not in a hurry, she just knows that she wants it to come to the township. And when I talked to her, she said that it's no hurry, that we can wait, and I explained to her the cityhood situation, and she understood that, and I said, it's fine if they wanna buy it, but that property is pretty much our cemetery as it is almost 100% maintenance. There's hardly anything left to sell, so I can't imagine that the village is gonna pay us any money for that land. And so why would they pay us any more money if we add property to it, so.
800 graves.
You've gotta
A
take,
lot of graves.
you've gotta take all the trees down.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
800 graves, we found that out at the last meeting from our sexton. And there's hardly any graves left in Greenwood Cemetery.
Okay. So if you leave this on the budget now, we can discuss it at our next board meeting.
Yep,
Is that
and
your
then it'll
plan?
be at the budget, but I'm still, in April, still put it on the agenda because I really feel it's important. I'd like to have an up and down vote on that.
But so right now you have the ultimate say
Yep.
of keeping it
In the
on
budget.
the budget.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
going,
then we
that's what
can-
I'm going into the budget hearing with. And hopefully some people out there in La La Land will hear what I'm saying
Okay,
and agree with me.
so the next board meeting in March, we discuss this further, correct?
Yeah, I mean, this is what I'm proposing.
Okay.
I don't mind seeing it in the budget, I mean,
Yeah.
now we can discuss it.
Another good idea. Good idea.
I'm just trying to make sense of.
That's a great idea.
I mean, putting it in the budget doesn't ensure that
Yeah.
we spend it, it just is what we want, if
Yeah.
we can.
But I would also like to have a balanced budget,
Well, yeah, that's a good point too.
and currently we're not.
I haven't got down that far yet. I know.
That number.
And then Dale,
Yeah,
the elevator repairs are under repairs and maintenance, right? Your 10,000?
Yep,
Alright, so that's where the elevator repair
yep.
is going.
Where's the roof going?
The roof is with the capital outlay, so the 45,000 is for the roof and the 50,000 to purchase the property,
Oh,
which
that's
is
where
the
the
95
95
comes
gathered
from
together.
too.
Okay.
Yep, and the elevators, the repairs and maintenance down.
Next page. Didn't have any changes there. Fire department's the same.
I'd like to talk about the roads and bridges.
I'm real set on 20,000.
I'd like to skip a year.
That would be
completely.
very bright,
Why?
because we can do something with this, for sure, and then you don't just do nothing, that's not too.
We gave them double what we normally do last year.
Well, those are
60,000.
all very good projects that had to be done, and you gotta have good roads,
I understand that, but we gave them double what we did the year before. I think we could skip a year.
We gave them even more than that the year before.
And Marcy did have conversations with them and said, hey, this is our budget, we're, I don't think we can afford much, and they kind of were like, okay, I
who'd you
believe.
talk to?
I believe she talked to somebody when we were
whoever
checking on a bill.
Who was
It was whoever I talked to when
I
I
feel like
because they went over our budget last year and they're not supposed to do that.
I talked to Steve Rowan, I've been working with him for about 10 years now, he's the Assistant Managing Director of Road Commission.
But last year we didn't go over our budget. I mean, it says 60, just over 60, and we budgeted 60.
But they sent us another bill for the $594.
Oh, okay, so we're over 500, okay.
I mean, it's not a lot,
No.
but they usually don't do that. And so I called and I said, hey, what is this? And they just said, well, it's a dust layer. Yeah, well, we only budgeted 60,000, why are you sending me more bills?
Right. I mean, I can understand cutting it way back from 60, and I think, I can't remember what you and I talked about even, 20.
You wanted 30.
Oh, just to do 1 mile instead of 2.
Do we have a specific project, or
No.
is that something that we come up with later usually? Yeah.
Something to come up
Go
with.
around the spring every year, we go around.
Right.
And pick a mile of road and do it. I would like to do at least 1 mile of something, just to keep us on the schedule of doing it,
Then you need more than 20.
probably.
That's where I'm getting at, I think that.
It's either we don't do anything,
Don't do it.
or we put in 35, what are the two?
Yeah, because you aren't gonna get anything done for 20,000.
Well,
Is a mile usually 35?
Yeah, you wouldn't need a full mile of,
we can get something smaller, I can't remember how many feet he said, you could do a chip seal or something.
well, I'd like to see kind of where the budget falls in the overall when we get down to the end, and then we can look at. My approach is, I know we can't go, our fund balance is low, we cannot drop that. Well, I don't feel we can tap into that whatsoever. The wages in the library are gonna go up regardless of whatever we choose. We've got an elevator, the surprise elevator, we've got a roof that's a surprise. And then I haven't got to the sports park yet, that's coming up, that's just gonna be a surprise.
You have pending lawsuit, cityhood,
Yeah, I just feel
other
that
fees.
we aren't in a position to, if we gotta cut back, we're gonna have to just cut back.
Right.
You don't wanna deplete your fund balance anymore. State revenue sharing's down a hair,
6%.
we don't know where that's gonna go next year, but
Plus, we don't really know if they do become a city, if they're gonna annex more property in, and if we're gonna lose more revenue, so. I mean, the last time they did cityhood, the State Boundary Commission made them annex, if they were gonna do it, they were gonna have to annex a lot in, because they were so in debt. And they worked hard to get out of debt, but now they've went back into debt, so I don't know what the State Boundary Commission's gonna do.
Next page.
It's something we'll discuss at our March meeting, right?
Yep, I'll leave the same figure in there presented at the public.
that's fine, you can leave it in, yeah, just like the.
How about page, yeah, Jason said that, page 6.
I got the same question on, the planning and zoning salary as I had back on the trustee. It goes from 5315 to 7,000.
It's just 7,000, cause you never know how many meetings you're gonna have,
Okay,
that's why it's higher. I think you guys only went 1 month all year without a meeting, so.
okay.
And we still put in $25,000 for the park,
Yep,
So,
but we raised the library buildings and grounds by 5,000, 10,000 more than we spent this year.
bathrooms, they need 2 new bathrooms, basically. We've had them for how many years?
1985.
3 bathrooms are 40 years old.
Well, they're not outhouses, so they're still good.
Well,
Yeah, I cut myself. Man, I get it.
Can we back up a little bit, please?
Sure.
SRA board wages, we were having a discussion.
It's just a budget.
I know, I'm just asking the question is, how many board members are we paying?
Okay,
Is it 2?
Two from our board and 1 at large.
Oh, cause we have to appoint an at-large.
Okay.
What's his, his last name starts with a W, I can't think of what it is, I just was taking attendance.
Welch,
Yes.
and he is getting off the board,
Yeah, he's probably leaving.
resigning.
So,
I expect our meetings, we're gonna try to do them maybe 5 a year at most. I don't think there's need every month.
I think those board members, the ones at large and the ones for planning commission and ZBA and all them, I think they make $55 a meeting.
Okay.
I think if I remember right.
On the sports park, we really don't have any needs, however, the drain commission has dug out that big pond, back there and draining it up there, and they took all the fill, if anybody doesn't know, and filled it up on our new future parking area, which is almost all sand. It's gonna need, according to Rob Cordes, about 6 inches of gravel, and he'll compact it down to 4.5 inches so we can utilize it this spring. That has to happen, because we cannot drive on it.
Can't be on the sand that's there now.
So,
I did this fall, but it was,
yeah, and Rob said it cost us, I think, 18,000. Now, I've approached Joel, the engineer from the Drain Commission, to about a month ago, and asked him if there's a potential. I thought it'd be good for the community, seeing how that the cost of everything went up.
see, we already gave you 600,000?
Yes, no, that they will put the gravel on top.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. I called Joel today. He was not in, I left a message. They have they have another, I'd say a miscellaneous area in their budget for things that come up. And if they're coming under on maybe some things, or there's a little extra there, maybe they can help us out. That's what I'm hoping. And then that'll save us some cash.
And even so, Rob, I mean, we were getting pretty cheap quotes from people that were helping us out there.
Yes.
I mean, the gravel and laying it down, those are,
Cheap, yeah.
they were pretty cheap quotes, yeah.
You're gonna have a hard time finding it.
Yeah.
Gravel.
So,
So you've asked him if they'll put it in?
yes.
Oh, good.
But
They
you
should
still-
give us back some of that.
But you still are gonna leave the 25,000.
We're still gonna need it.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we came out ahead probably a little bit, 2,000 or 3,000. I had some donations for about $5,000 to buy all the meat last year that came in. And so we actually came in, we ran it very efficiently. I mean, our labor with mowing it, we had a person that donated his time for that. So we came in there quite nice there. This summer coming up, I know they got some more events planned. So maybe there'll be some more revenue, we can go next year. And I just wanna get through this year. I wanna get the parking lot finished. And then that's really our only big expense that I have there.
You still want a building.
Yeah, but we're making do. But yes, that'll be. I had a donor for that actually at one time.
Once upon a time.
Now, historical, I put building and grounds 10,000.
Very loud. It got cut off. On my copy.
We're at the bottom.
It got cut off on my copy.
That's what it looks like.
That's fine.
Next page, page 7, is, Historical Commission, 20,000, that's what Doug asked for. Library operations, I went a little bit down, a little bit, but 210,000. But I figured with the bathrooms and such, that's not exactly what you wanted, but still not too bad. So that's about it.
So what's our plan to present a balanced budget?
Yeah, so we're negative 46,000?
I thought we're 39 something.
No, 46,
46.
524.
I'm okay with it.
You can't be okay with it, Dale.
It's not balanced.
It's
Well,
not
It
balanced.
don't have to be. A-
Yeah, you do.
We got enough fund balance.
You have to be balanced, or you'll be just like the government, trillions of dollars in debt. We can't afford not to balance.
Well, we're a long ways from $1 trillion in debt, and
I know, we can,
see, you gotta, I just feel very strongly about this cemetery property. It's for the community, you'll get that back somehow. If they become a city, they're gonna have to, pay up on a lot of this stuff anyway. They're gonna have to settle up. We'll be definitely using our attorney, but the park, what is it, $3 million probably? They owe us half of it.
why would they do that?
Why wouldn't they?
Not because
No.
it's a Sarah, it's a independent, no different than the fire department now. It's an authority. There's nothing settled up on that.
I think there would be,
No,
because we put all that money
it
in.
doesn't matter. We turned it over to Sarah. They might get, what do we lease it to them for, $1 a year? They might get 40 cents of it. Of the lease.
And there's no
Well, I'm not
rush.
sure, I haven't got into these issues, but that seems like it would make sense to me that that would be an asset.
It's the other way around. If they become a city, depending on what they consider their contribution of our budget, I think it's closer to 10 and Jim thinks it's closer to 15. We're gonna owe 15 to 10% on this building, the library park.
See,
I think those are the only
look at that
assets we have.
differently, I look at that differently, but I
And our
haven't,
savings.
I haven't talked with an attorney about it, but I think there are things that we did share and put money into all these years that, you know, we should get half of it, I think, but maybe I'm totally wrong.
No, I don't know. I don't think we need to argue about theoreticals of
No.
the city. I mean,
No.
it's not,
We gotta worry about now.
yeah.
I think we can either discuss a balanced budget today, or we're gonna do it again in March meeting.
Exactly. And like I said, if they will settle for a letter of intent, you have the attorneys write up a letter of intent. That's just as good as giving them the money now. You don't have to have it in the budget, and if we get first bid on property and we keep it out of our budget now.
Well, you see, most people are selling property, they're not just doing it for the heck of it. They wanna sell their property.
But they don't want to. They've told Marcy they don't want to.
Well, that don't make any sense to me.
It
I
doesn't,
mean, if you're gonna sell property, then why would you even put it up for sale?
Well, I think the way Mike Lamb said, you know, I think it's like estate planning. She just wants to know that
Exactly.
what's gonna happen with it. And I think I would assume if we gave an intent that we wanted to do that, but maybe we were gonna, have to wait a year or two.
Well, at the April meeting, I'm gonna have Mike Lamb come in. I have to admit, there's a lot of things I don't understand as well as a lot of you people.
Yeah, well, Mike, like I said, Mike talked about it, like, I think she just, like every person when they get there, they just wanna know what they're gonna do with their stuff and
exactly.
know that it's not just gonna be a free-for-all or something when they're gone or whatever. I don't know.
Yep.
Don't have any kids to give it to, right?
Right. I don't know, I mean, I think it's the easiest thing to balance a budget with.
Yes,
As far as.
take 45 out of it.
As far as being a
and the balance is
non-essential,
the
yeah.
budget's balanced,
Mhm.
or within $1,000, and I can live with that.
Yeah.
Well, that remains to be seen. Okay. But that's where we are for tonight, and is there any further public comment here of anybody?
Is there a rubber roof on this building?
Yep.
Or is it was a tar and gravel?
Rubber.
Rubber. Is it white or is it black?
Black.
And that quote that you got is for the insulation and the new rubber. Who you got a quote from?
I can't say, cause I gotta reopen that whole bid process. I'm drawing up the spec sheet on it, it's all ready to go. But you see, wanna make sure everybody's bidding on the same thing. And, I gotta open that up better. And I didn't realize when I started, cause when, Gary Moody did it roughly 15 years ago, it was like around 15,000, but we're required to go for a bid process if anything's over $20,000. That's our bid policy.
At least they have kind of an idea at this point.
Well, other informational, no more, there's no more public comment. I did skip other informational. But I did bring, first I sent an email to all the board members about the state wants to take over basically housing and take it away from the local government.
I do too.
And I did, I think we should all be in opposition to that. I think local is better for anything like zoning.
And it's easy to do, click on it, sign your name,
Right.
done.
Right.
That easy.
That easy. Ashley, you can do it.
Is there a motion for adjournment?
I'll make that motion.
Moved by Marcy, the second.
Second.
Second by Barb. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed signify by saying nay. That's unanimously, and I got it off the tape recorder.